folks, Fuzz here, and a big welcome back to our Planet Coaster Alpha Let's Play gameplay series. And today we're going to take a little bit of a detour from the park that we've been building in the last couple of episodes, because all these other people here are representations of other parks that have also shipped with the Alpha. So the one we have been working on, which is Forest Sandbox, is of course just the blank space so that you can do what you want how you want, but some of these other parks are actually pre-built parks which we can explore and add to if we want to. So maybe if we start with King Planet's Pleasure Park, what this will do is give us just perhaps a slightly better example than what I've been creating so far of just what's possible right here in Planet Coaster. Nice little loading screen there for the Ferris wheel. So again, this is not a park I have built. It is one that ships with the game, at least in its present form. And as you can see, it's already got quite a lot going on here. We've got a roller coaster that's taking centre stage, and that's intertwining all throughout the rest of our park. And just bear with me 1 moment, checking the time. Right then, so we can zoom out here and see that we've still got quite a bit of space to work with. So this is just basically a section that's going to start us off, I guess. And immediately one thing I notice is this pretty epic park entrance. We've got the mascot up there, the Planet Coaster mascot, and we can see there's a multiple path system that's been created in order to bring our peeps in and out of the park. And we've got this complex system of paths here. A little bit better than what I've created in the previous episode, but that is just a beginning, well, just a start really, isn't it? So we'll surely be adding to that as we go ahead. And if we just zoom in here, we can kind of get a peep's impression of what they will be looking at, and by golly, I hope they're going to bring VR support into this game. That would just be amazing, wouldn't it? And then we could walk around it almost for real then. And the level of detail, again, I know I've mentioned this, it's this attention to detail that really helps. Look at that, you can even see the wear marks on the track, which of course you get on every roller coaster. So little things like that really, well, just add to the game, I suppose. And we are going to be having a look at the coaster builder, not today, because we do need to put that cheat code in, and I can't remember it off the top of my head. But we will certainly be building our own roller coasters as well. So this is another ride. This one is called, just bear with me, not that one. Oh, it's that, the Forge. And we can put our own signs onto the ride, but they've all got the pre-built ride names. So again, custom signing would be a nice idea. And all these pieces of roller coaster track that you can see are basically just scenery items that the creator of this park has added in. We can of course ride these rides, so I'm guessing you're all going to want to ride this roller coaster, which we are about to do. I remember going on these as a kid. Wow, just even the wear and tear, it all adds to the effect, doesn't it? I wonder if that increases over time. I know that in the old Roller Coaster Tycoon games, as your rides became older, then they would break down more and you'd have to send the mechanics to them more often, and eventually you just need to bulldoze them and rebuild them from scratch, or put something new in their place. So it's possible that things are going to be taken a step further here in Planet Coaster, where we actually see that wear and tear. That'd be pretty awesome. So we are going to ride some of those rides in a moment, just having a look around and see what else we've got. We've got a Planet Coaster set of shops here, some hats and some milkshakes. I like the way they've built these onto the side. And then some toilets around the back, clever idea. So it just shows you some of the things you can do with the modular building, custom scenery building. And let's see what we've got around here. We've got the drop tower ride. And now that we're entering the evening time, we can see all the lights shining up on our rides here. So you'd need some guts to go on this drop tower, I'd imagine. And we've got the good old giant swing as well, swinging pendulum. Right then, so let's have a look at this roller coaster now. I said we was going to ride it, and we are. If we head over to the station, yeah, one thing I like about Planet Coaster is this ability to basically just build all your custom structures, and that's a definite evolution, I guess, from Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 and the systems that were involved in that game. So if we click on the ride here, we can go ahead and we've got the catwalks as well, of course, always a nice touch. Click on the ride camera, and this isn't the actual on-seat camera, which is over here, but it does give us a kind of cinematic perspective, and it's actually called the cinematic view, which is handy. So if we click on seats here, we can actually change exactly where we want to sit on the ride. So if we go to seat number 4, then we can go to the very front. We'll just minimise that again, and we can actually ride this ride as we can with every other ride that's available in alpha at the moment. So again, I am actually really impressed with what we're seeing with Planet Coaster. This is the earliest alpha build. It's literally just come out well, today, so this is the 3rd episode I've recorded, and it's already feeling, for what it is, very polished. Okay, there's a lot of features that aren't available at the minute, and a lot of themes that aren't available, and at the moment we've only got this sandbox mode, but from what we have, it does all seem very, very polished. So kudos to the development team for that. And it's not a massive ride, but it does go around the park, so we get to see a few bits and bobs. And we don't have access to the terrain tools yet, but when we do, we can do all sorts of terrain editing. And we can even create mammoth structures with our terrain. What's this over here in the corner? Some secret village by the looks of it, isn't it? Yeah, interesting. Right then, so while we're here, I'm just going to plonk down some new scenery items. See what else there is for us to look at. And maybe we can have a look at some of these other rides as well that haven't been built. So if we go to scenery, I wonder if there's a way to change the day or night cycle. Not that it matters. We can speed up the simulation here, but I won't bother doing that. So we've got some fruity cargo, some treasure chest. Again, I mentioned in the last episode that are only 2 themes available at the present time in the alpha, which is the standard Planet Coaster theme, which is a generic theming, I guess, and the pirate theme. So as more themes are added, we're going to end up seeing more props, more scenery items, and more modular pieces for our buildings. So as far as the pirate theme goes, we've already seen the galleon, massive scenery ship, and we've also got some sunken pieces as well, if we wanted to build those, and some cannons which we've seen. So mostly piratey stuff there, but some fountains as well, a gunpowder fountain. And the good thing about the scenery in this game is you can actually build it on top of other scenery, so you can create some quite extraordinary pieces if you wanted to. So if we plonk this down there, there's nothing to stop us from putting a wooden barrel on top, for instance. Why we'd want to do that, I don't know, but we can do. And there may be a treasure chest on top. You know, you can create some really magnificent scenery, or just by using what's already in the game. And then I guess when the multi-selection, which isn't available yet, is available, you can, you know, select the whole lot, copy it, drag it, move it around. The only thing which perhaps would be kind of interesting is if we could resize things. Maybe not to make them bigger, because they'd probably lose their graphical quality, but resizing barrels, for instance, to make them smaller just gives you a bit more intricacy in the things that you're doing. But for now, that's just something for the future, isn't it? Anyway, let's find a space here and maybe we can build a new ride. So if we go to rides, and again in the next episode I'm pretty sure we'll be going back to the park that we were building, see what we can do with that. But we could add an extreme thrill ride, which is 360 power, the whirly rig, the Ferris wheel. I think we'll build this because I think I've seen this in the trailers and it's pretty epic. So use that Z key again if you want to reorient, whatever that word is, your ride, and we'll have it about there, I think. Plonk that down. So, need to place the entrance. Wonder which side they're getting on. Don't think it matters, does it? And exit. Add queue to entrance. Let's go for the other queue line this time. And we'll go for a nice curvy queue. And those arrows, I'm guessing, will allow us to raise and lower the queue if we want to build bridges and the like. We just want to make sure we've got enough space to add our ticket booth. Okay, it's not the prettiest queue in the world, but it's functional. And we'll just add our ride exit. Which path are we using? Looks like this one, doesn't it? Let's try that again. Let's go to angle snap. There we go. Close out of the path system, open up the ride. So we're just going to see if we can stick a banner above the queue entrance there. If we go to scenery, signs, I think it's signs, is it? No, it's not signs, but one of these, maybe props. Gives us the option to put the ride name above the thingy. Buildings, wall signs, perhaps. Yeah, here we go. Star wheel, that's the one. Just stick that there. And not a lot of people are rushing to go on our star wheel just yet. But we'll stick some more scenery around while we await our guests. Couple of rocks. I don't know why we want rocks there, but there we go. And some trees as well. I'm not sure if we can do anything with water at the moment. I'm guessing that's going to be coming. We can somehow resize them. Oh no, we can't. That was just a perspective error. Anyway, that'll do. Looks like some people are going to be coming out to try our new star wheel. And it looks like a standard Ferris wheel, but it actually isn't. You can see these kind of tracks that the car's hinged on throughout the wheel itself. So it gives you a little bit of an uneasy feeling, I guess, when you're riding, because they're falling down and whatnot. So a little bit more than a standard Ferris wheel there. Should we have a quick ride on this while we are here? People are just getting off, so we'll wait for some more to get on. Have we got a queue going? We can't see how many people are actually in the park at the moment, but I'm guessing as the park management option becomes available, we shall be able to see just that. Just going to zoom in, see some of the details on the ride itself here for a moment. Very good. And we'll sit in a seat here. Perhaps we can change where exactly. Okay, maybe not. That'll do. And it looks like we're about to be starting off here. Wait for the last minute stragglers to board the ride, and we'll be off. So I have been on one of these, I think at Thorpe Park, if I'm not mistaken, which is in Surrey. So one of those rides that is definitely a lot of fun, and I think if virtual reality does become available as a way to play this game, then everything's going to feel so much bigger than it looks at, or bigger than it seems when you're looking at it rather on a computer monitor. Having that sense of scale really makes a difference. So we'll leave this for now. But anyway, what do you guys think about virtual reality? It's not something I've really spoken about much in my previous videos, but with it on the horizon now, I think the Oculus Rift is coming out at the end of this month. And with games starting to support it, it's probably as good a time as any to start talking about it. And people are now riding our Star Wheel. Have a quick sit in there. Look out the window. Anyway. See if there's any more details to zoom in on in this park. I think we've just about explored everything. Built another ride and a couple more shops are there for us to look at, so nothing too exciting. We'll quit this now and maybe have a look at one of the other parks, which I've not yet experienced, so I don't know what they shall contain. Sandbox Field. I'm guessing that's another empty space to work on. Should we have a look at Kraken Kingdom? I like the soundtrack as well to this game. It's very tranquil, keeps you relaxed. And there's the Kraken that we saw in a previous episode. With some animatronic tentacles. Wow, that looks awesome. Oh, this game, it's just so... it's just beautiful, it really is. There's the pirate ship. With a bit more theming. So the good thing about this game is if you want to just, you know, create a quick park, then you can do, and it will look great as well. But if you want to spend that attention and that detail, add that detail to your park, then you've just got so much flexibility to do that and to create something, you know, really quite unique, even without the user generated custom scenery, which is going to be added after launch apparently. But there's still plenty to keep us busy for the time being. And all this here, I believe, are individual scenery items. But just as I showed you how you could stick a barrel on top of a fountain or whatever it was we were messing about with in the last park, you can see here how to full effect all the scenery can be added together. There's no boxes around the scenery that stops you sticking things on directly on top of one another. You know, we've got a barrel there just in the middle of these big fountains and creating this tiered effect. So very awesome stuff. This actually, you know, does look like it could be a real park. Especially if you come down to the peaks level and we have a look around. And it's so smooth as well. I don't know how it's playing on YouTube, but I am getting 60 frames per second here in the game. So very impressive. Got some pirate music playing. And some more shops and theming around here. So of course they're only going to be adding more and more content to the alpha as it progresses. And then I think it's November that the game itself is due for retail release. Traditional octopus ride. And there's that awesome Kraken again. Very good. Right, okay folks, I think we'll finish off here today. So, I know I've only built a couple of things, but mostly I just wanted to show you some of the included parks so we can actually see what is possible to achieve in this game. And hopefully, you're as impressed as I am, because I'm actually really excited to see where this game goes, and we're definitely going to be carrying on making more episodes and building our own parks, and as they add more content we'll keep adding to them as well. So thanks for joining me, guys. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel if you want to be kept up to date and posted on when new episodes are released, and go ahead and sign up to the FuzzfingerGaming forums as well. Try and get some discussions going maybe. Alright, cheers guys, see you next time.